What's up guys, Maxwell back with the next War Recap video, this time Potluck, so random matchup around the weekend against Reddit Ace. Let's jump into it. So as you can see, able to come away with the victory 83-77. Won by 6, not close in the end. Very mixed bag this war. As you can see, Stevo once again defended, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, let's just start off with the Tunnel 9 attacks. We have 3 of those to watch this war. So Destroyer gonna get us started off right here. He got the 6-pack, so shout out to Destroyer. Took care of the bottom 2 bases. 3 healers in this attack. You may think it's for a Queen Walk, but no. Destroyer gonna place him on the Golem and have the Golem nice and healthy against 5-point defenses over there and the Wizard Tower. So the Golem surviving quite a bit against that. Hawks coming in for funneling early and 3 Wizards onto that gold storage. That's looking good. A lot of DPS over there. The Golem is actually going to survive and going to be healed back up now since he only has 2-point defenses onto him. So very, very creative opening. Yeah, that's also why I picked this attack, guys. Maybe it can help you out with funneling. If you think funneling is tough on a base, you can use healers if you bring bowlers. They can oftentimes be a good value as well a little bit later. As you can see, Destroyer doesn't have a heal spell over here. And he has 2 jump and 2 rage spells, I think. Yeah, the healers kind of replacing the heal spell in this case and keeping the golems and the bowlers alive. So that's a nice touch. Don't see that too often either, although it is pretty powerful. So maybe this is an idea for you guys as well. Just gotta check on my recording because the second to last video was a little bit glitchy. So I kind of want to see if it's working, but it seems a little bit better. I think we should be good. Yeah, anyways, so moving in right here with the Hawks to snipe off those remaining defenses. A lot of tanking. The healers actually made it so that the Golems survived pretty much the entire raid. I don't think either one of them has popped at this point, so that is certainly nice. And the Hawks, yeah, actually not too successful, but he's having quite a few of those still in the back, so a bunch of swag going on over here already. Or cleanup or whatever. Rage spell in the back as well, so very nice job to Destroyer tripling this base and grabbing the 6-pack this war. So yeah, Reddit Ace, of course, CWL Elle clan, there goes the swag and the victory lap. Hawks across the entire base. Reddit Ace, the CWL Elle clan, so definitely nothing to laugh about here, but somehow this war was a little bit strange for us. We didn't really, yeah, didn't perform to our best on all levels. A little bit strange. Maybe we were struggling with their bases, I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna check out Toby on number 24 right here. And at this point, gotta give the shout out to Kozu, aka Martina from DLX. She's gonna know why. Yeah, so this base getting taken out with Valkyries for a kill squad, Suicide Queen because there's Lava Hound in the Clan Castle. And then Laloon, of course. Cannot go without Laloon. So yeah, the Queen just creating the funnel, gonna get 1 air defense out of the way. And then King and Valkyries are going to move in, kill the Queen, get her out of there. And then we have 3 Lava Hounds actually in this attack. And yeah, 19 balloons. So heal spell very early. It was a semi-swag heal spell there. I think it only healed up 1 Valkyrie as well. And maybe the Barbarians that did not die to the Giant Bomb, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes the King is going to get the job done anyways and get Queen out of the way, which is all that he needs in this case. And now starting off with Laloon from 3 o'clock. Nice balloon pathing for the rest of the base that is left standing at this point. The Skelly traps are a little bit pesky. He has 6 minions in the poison spell in the back. Let's see if he's going to use that. I guess he's going to use the lava pups whenever the hound pops. Skellies were still onto that lava hound over there. And now the lava pups are actually killing them, so that's nice. There goes some more balloons. Still has 5 balloons in the back, so a bunch of balloons have already been deployed at this point. There goes a rage spell to help that group of balloons speed through those defenses. Yeah, actually a little bit tough right here on the loon deployment. They are sort of bunched up and only 1 loon left in the back. Gonna be used for that mortar over there to get it out of the way. Still it was able to work out. Yeah, so the plan was definitely solid enough to get this attack out of the way. Lava Hound sort of floating around where it does not disturb him, so that's good. And then the rest of this attack is cleanup. So a Vala low with the Suicide Queen, definitely something fresh and new as well. So I want to check it out with you guys. And we are going to take a look at one more Town Hall 9 attack. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry for that. I just had to check on the stuff that I had recorded so far because it's really suspicious to me with the record lag. I really that second to last video, the first CWLL recap that I did this weekend, it was really bad, and I don't want to have that happen again. But looks like we are actually good, so I can probably relax for the rest of this recording, but I really want to put out good quality because otherwise it's not enjoyable to watch at all. So for this one we have the Agent Venom coming in right here. One of my special friends in the clan as well. The Agent doing it with dragons over here. We have a P.E.K.K.A. and a clan castle, so that's obviously not going to be any threat to the dragons unless the P.E.K.K.A. can jump really high, which I don't think she can in this case. We had the Zapquake with those two air defenses over here. He was able to reach both of those with one Earthquake, which is nice. So he needed only one. The one Earthquake and then the 4 Zap spells, lightning spells, and then he had room for one more poison spell. Why am I speeding, by the way? Don't want to go to 4x. Mini Daloon on this 9 o'clock corner to get that air defense out of the way right there. Got it. Good. And then gonna snipe with another Archer Tower with 2 more balloons, guys. Backhand loons are very important in dragon attacks. Almost all of the time, I want to say, you see backhand balloons in successful dragon raids. Dragons can be very strong, especially with those anti-Lalo bases, but the balloons are so valuable. And by the way, take a look, guys. What is this? Can anybody tell me what this is? It's destroyed now anyways, but... Mary of Reddit Ace. I hope you watch this video. So yeah, balloons in a dragon attack, backhand balloons can be very valuable to snipe off Archer Towers or Teslas that are distracted, because those are very pesky for dragons. So yeah, we have an unpopped Lava Hound, we have 328 dragons left, which is probably, and a Swag King, I missed it, sorry Agent, shame on me. Nice attack by the Agent, and then we are gonna move on to Town Hall 10 attacks. Yay! I know you guys all love Town Hall 10 attacks, and we have had 5 10v10 triples this war, so that was nice. Gotta say, maybe, I don't wanna insult anybody, but maybe not the strongest Town Hall 10 bases we have faced in a while. But of course, it's nice to have 5 10v10s anyway. As you can see, this base, certainly no joke, just a little bit low as far as the defensive levels go. Level 1 Inferno Towers. The walls are nice, so shout out to Dragon Sword of Reddit Ace. Nice job farming over there. But should definitely get a couple more Archer Towers up as well. But the base isn't that weak either. So Queen War coming in right here. I actually don't know about the clan castle. I gotta say that, guys, just so you don't claim I did not prepare or whatever. I was really busy doing this war. That just has to do with personal stuff. Got a lot going on right now. I got all sorts of tests over the next days. I'm actually heading out tomorrow and I'll be out of town for 2 days. So just getting this video in while I can, and during this war as well. I didn't have a lot of time to plan. Failed both of my attacks, by the way, as well. We're gonna get to that later when I talk about Town Hall 11 performance, but really poor war for me. One of those wars that makes you want to quit the game, but of course I'm not going to, because I'm not gonna give up. That's not a question. So yeah, anyways, that was certainly off topic. While Niklas is charging into the space right here, I think this was fresh as well, by the way. Yeah, so the Queen has been doing massive work. Charge 1 Inferno, nice jump spell over there. Then Laloon, a bunch of balloons, and 2 Lava Hounds left for the rest of this base. Queen still alive and kicking. She's gonna get several more buildings out of the way. Has minions for the corner buildings, although it's not always a good idea to use minions for corner huts. Tamo can definitely tell you all about that. If you ask him, he had a 99% fail recently because there was a red bomb next to a corner hut and he placed a minion on it, so that happened as well. But I'm getting off topic again, guys. Today is a distracted day as well. I got all sorts of stuff in my head. Tomorrow and the following days are just going to be very busy, but I definitely want to get this recap out there for you because it is definitely my goal. It's going to continue to be my goal to recap any war against a good opponent or an opponent with a name. So moving on to the next 10v10, we have Bene aka Ibrata coming in right here against Pantheric of Reddit Ace. With the next 10v10 we have either a Quattro Lalo or a Penta, but I'm assuming it's a Penta actually. Queen gonna be suicided over at the top. She's gonna probably get 2 cannons and an Inferno Tower and 2 air defenses out of the way, I would assume. The cannons, of course, only significant for balloon pathing, not for the real attack. So yeah, there goes the king with his ability. He's tanking and helping the queen move through the buildings a little bit quicker. Queen gets that Inferno Tower, really strange Inferno Tower placement there. So yeah, this is definitely not a base design that would be recommended for CWL, so might want to change that up as well. There goes the air defense and gets a sweeper out of the way as well. Pretty much got anything but the queen in this case. So there goes Laloon, 2 Lava Hounds with a 2-finger drop. Guys, a 2-finger drop is OP. And it's going to get his Lava Hounds in there nice and quick. The balloons are getting a couple of haste spells early. We don't have a free spell in this case, so that Inferno Tower is going to have to be raged through and healed after probably. But let's just keep on watching and find out. There goes the last 2 Lava Hounds in this case, so it was a Penta. We have a Tesla farm left standing in the middle. I am assuming that's what the heal spell is for. There goes Inferno Tower, and there goes the heal spell right into the Tesla farm, and we have a haste spell as well, rage spell, and the double skelly spell onto the enemy queen to get her out of the way. Cool placement on that skelly spell. It's gonna have him have no trouble with that at all until the Wizard Tower is actually going to attempt to MVP it late in the raid and kill a bunch of balloons, but not going to work out. There goes cleanup, has a bunch of cleanup left, but he's probably not going to be able to place his Wizard because we have a Lava Hound left alive, so he's just sort of dragging it around the base with archers. Keep it out of the way of the cleanup. Still has a haste spell left, so it's going to be used on cleanup probably as well, or just be swagged. No, I think he's just going to swag it. Had a bunch of time left in this attack actually, so that's that. Nice job to Bene, getting it done on number 12 for the second 10v10. Let's move on to the third one. That is going to come on number 10 right here. We are going to have Daniel coming in right here. With this time Gobo Lalo, so he is doing it with the queen right behind the golem and the bolas creating the funnel along with the help of wizards. There go the wall breakers to open up the perfect path straight towards the core. This base was hit, I think, twice before, if I'm not mistaken. I know that a couple of our guys, I definitely watched at least one attack, and I think that was a cleanup attack already, or a cleanup attempt, I should say. So yeah, definitely had a good plan for this base and a good idea of what the troops would be doing. Heavy kill squad getting a lot of value in this base because, as you can see, the Inferno Towers and air defense so close together in that strange dead zone over there. So yeah, everything jumping beautifully in this case and just raining havoc on this base, getting everything, pretty much everything out of the way. One loon is going to be dropped onto that archer tower, but it's not going to work out in this case. We have a Lava Hound, 2 Lava Hounds actually, and 13 balloons left for the back end of this base. And it looks like we are going to have a Laloon without air defenses left up again. So kind of see that sometimes as well. And in this case, the kill squad did so well that, yeah, it got all the air defenses out of the way. So 1 Lava Hound, 1 balloon for that archer tower. That's pretty funny. Lava Hounds are luckily going to float in front and help tank all of those defenses. The skelly traps are going to die to the lava pups right away, so that's all looking good. Nice job right here to Daniel, getting it done on number 10 for the third 10v10 on number 10. Nice numbers right here. So the 10s definitely did very well this war, although they kind of focused on the 10v10 and didn't 2-star the 11s. So I think we went 11 versus 11 for 2 stars with 2 of our attacks, but yeah, just all over the place. Although it was on a Sunday and we theoretically should have had time to plan out some good plans and execute some good attacks. I hate to say this, but we were sort of not taking it serious, if I'm being honest. I don't know why, but that's just how it was. So overall, definitely not a top-notch performance, although I gotta say the 9s performed well. We had 5 or 6 scouts, which was definitely acceptable for the amount of work that we invested. The 10s obviously did well. They did the 10v10 very well with 5 10v10s. But didn't 2-star the 11s. I don't even think we had too many hits, 10 versus 11, so sort of a strange war. And then our 11s, of course, me in the very front, absolutely sucked this war. But as I said, towards the end of the video, more on that. Meanwhile, we have Ogre, which is of course Bucket right here coming in against number 8, which name is actually 17, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but we have a back-end baby dragon attack, so that's pretty cool. Very heavy kill squad getting a bunch of stuff out of the way. The golem is actually going to punch down that Inferno Tower down there, so that's always nice, a nice thing to see. Baby dragons are doing a lot of work already while they are still being tanked for. More and more baby dragons coming in. This one baby dragon over here is actually going to get crushed by 2 black bombs, but it's of course good that he got both of those black bombs out of the way. Attack sort of slowing down at this point, so this time we are intentionally going to 2x through it. The golem is still tanking, so that's going to be nice because the baby dragons are sort of going to bunch up behind it and get the wizard tower out of the way before it can splash onto them. That's good. And then the king is going to venture out in front and do tanking for the Teslas. Minion went in, baby dragon for that back end Tesla, and that's gonna be that for the triple. So nice job to Bucket getting it done. Bucket is back in Germany, back in business, and gonna do a couple more attacks again, which is of course good for the clan because he is very good. And 94% fail on this base by Town Hall 10, and I can say that I actually failed a dip prior to this, so shame on me. Almost 10v10 the base that I failed a dip on. Anyways, this base pretty funny, isn't it? Nice ring base over here, Reddit Ace. So in case you guys have trouble with ring bases, which for example I certainly do, I would definitely include myself into that circle of people who have trouble with ring bases. Fabi is going to show us how to slay a ring base over here. So he's gonna suicide his heroes just to get a couple of point defense out of the way. Actually going to leave all the Inferno towers and air defenses left standing. So you would think he would try to get some air defenses or Inferno towers out of the way with his kill squad, but he didn't in this case. He just opened a pathing for his loons, and then the clan castle kill is actually going to be sort of funny. I could probably put some funny music over this, but yeah, he has 8 minions and 2 archers, and he's gonna kill the entire clan castle with that. So that's pretty interesting. He's actually even gonna use a loon to keep the dragon the poison tag. Look at that, guys. That was pretty hilarious, but of course it ended up working out for him. Very heavy with the loons early on. Free spell onto air defense and Inferno Tower. Rage spell to get those 2 buildings out of the way as quickly as possible. Onto the second air defense goes the lava hound. There goes second lava hound, actually doing the 3 lava hounds for 4 air defenses in this case. So don't see that too often, but obviously he knows what he is doing. So just trading in the balloons over at the top. That's important to keep his balloons swinging through the base, keep them inside the base, not have them move towards the outside. Heal spell, rage spell left at this point. There goes the rage spell. Single Inferno, of course, no threat to damaged balloons because it can only kill 1 at a time. And Multi Inferno would be much more threatening. And Troll Tesla, he saw that one as well, so nice job on that. Actually, the Tesla got the balloon killed. Alright, so gonna drop another balloon on it. And that's gonna be that for the triple for this one. So nice job to Favi for getting it done once again. I think he must have the most 10v10 triples in the clan right now in the most recent wars, along with Bene. So those 2 guys are absolute beasts over in DLZ in our clan. And yeah, just absolutely killing it on the 10v10 front. And then I think that was the last one, right? Yeah, that was the last one. We actually left one of their 11s on 1 star, but then cleared 10s but 2. Breakdown was 4-10, I believe. yeah, 4-10. Both sides even break down since we spun in the potluck, as I already said. They 0 starts Devo and then left a bunch of 10s on the board. So as for the stats, guys, we went 3 out of 7 for dips. 3 out of, let me check actually. 3 out of 7 or 3 out of 6? 3 out of 6 for dips, and they also went 3 out of 6. So very poor performance by the turn 11s in this war. You guys probably saw my 2 embarrassing fails. Yeah, black day for me, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes we had 5 10v10s, they had 0 10v10s, so that made a big difference and pretty much won us the war. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it anyways, although it was definitely not one of our top performances, but it happens. So oh, by the way, who of you saw the mistake in the early part of this video before my intro? If you saw that, drop it in the comment section. A little bit of a hint there for you guys. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Until the next one, I will see you all later. Peace out.